Joshlin kidnapping trial, accused admits to lying. In a dramatic turn in the Joshlin Smith kidnapping trial, one of the accused has admitted to lying during earlier stages of the investigation. The revelation came during court proceedings this week, where the accused confessed to providing false information about key events linked to the disappearance of 6-year-old Joshlin Smith. Joshlin went missing earlier this year, sparking national outrage and widespread searches. Her mother, along with several co-accused, including Smith, Apollos, and Van Rhyn, have been on trial facing charges of kidnapping and human trafficking. The accused who confessed to lying admitted under cross-examination that they misled investigators, further complicating an already tense and emotionally charged case. Prosecutors argued that this deception hindered search efforts and delayed justice, while defense attorneys maintained that their clients were under immense pressure and fear at the time. The court is expected to deliver sentencing soon, with many South Africans closely watching the outcome, hoping for justice for young Joshlin. Joshlin kidnapping trial, accused admits to lying, public demands justice. In a major development in the high-profile kidnapping trial of 6-year-old Joshlin Smith, one of the accused has admitted to lying to investigators, further deepening the legal and emotional complexity of the case. Joshlin, who went missing from her home in Saldonia Bay earlier this year, became the center of national attention as search teams, police, and community members launched massive efforts to find her. Despite these efforts, she remains missing. The trial has brought forward shocking revelations. This week, one of the co-accused, reportedly under intense questioning, confessed in court that they had provided false statements to police during the initial investigation. Prosecutors emphasized that these lies obstructed critical early search efforts, potentially reducing the chances of finding Joshlin alive. Joshlin's mother, along with co-accused Apollos and Van Rhyn, faces serious charges including kidnapping and human trafficking. While the defense has argued that the accused were under emotional stress and fear, the prosecution has painted a picture of deliberate deception and exploitation. Outside the courtroom, public anger has been mounting. Community activists, family members, and concerned citizens have held vigils and protests, demanding justice for Joshlin and harsher penalties for those involved. This little girl deserves to come home. The truth has been hidden for too long, said one community member at a recent gathering. The court is now moving toward the sentencing phase, with many South Africans closely following every update. The nation remains gripped by the question, will the truth about Joshlin's fate finally come to light, and will justice be served? Joshlin, who vanished from her home in Saldonia Bay earlier this year, became the focus of a national search effort that involved police, volunteers, and community groups. Despite widespread searches, the little girl remains missing, leaving the country anxiously awaiting answers. This week, under cross-examination, one of the co-accused, part of a group that includes Joshlin's mother, along with Apollos and Van Rhyn, confessed to misleading police. Prosecutors stressed that these false statements delayed critical early investigations and reduced the chances of recovering Joshlin. The lies told in this case did not just waste police time, they robbed a child of her chance to be found, said the lead prosecutor in court, adding that the actions were calculated and cruel. Defense lawyers, however, insisted that the accused were under immense emotional pressure and acted out of fear. Judge Maria van der Westhuizen, presiding over the case, warned that the admissions of dishonesty would weigh heavily in sentencing. The court cannot ignore the damage caused, not only to the search efforts, but to the community's trust in those closest to the victim, she said. Outside the courthouse, tensions remain high. Community members have organized marches, vigils, and protests, demanding justice and calling for harsher sentences. We will not rest until Joshlin is brought home and those responsible are held fully accountable, said a family spokesperson. Legal implications. Legal experts note that the confession of lying to authorities may lead to harsher penalties for the accused, particularly if it is found to have obstructed justice. The charges of kidnapping and human trafficking carry severe sentences under South African law, and the added element of misleading police could further aggravate the court's judgment. The trial moves toward its final phase, with sentencing expected soon. South Africans across the nation remain gripped by the case, united in the hope that justice for Joshlin Smith will finally be served.